Hello there, all you market traders and profit takers. I am your Forex University professor here at yourforexuniversity.com, and we're going to take a look at the week ending of August the 8th, 2014, and see what's going on, what's been happening, and where we're headed. Let's jump on over here into our charts. We've got these broken down into 4 hours right now. Let's break it back to our weekly chart and zoom in a little bit so we can see what in the world we're doing. Yeah, okay, there's the Aussie. Let's go to the Aussie. The Aussie's in that channel still. But at the same time, we can see that we had a close below the low, below the trend line last week that we've been running here since the beginning of the year, closed below it, and now we've breached the low. The only thing is we're still inside the channel. So there's a good possibility that once we touch the bottom of this channel, which we're very close to, we might see it come back again. But what we'll do is we will put, seeing as we did breach that low where the candle closed below the trend line, we're going to start with, oh, look at this. See, look at where the trend lines are crossing, right at the top of this channel. Let's be a little more aggressive. See if we can get, yeah, we could do it this way. And even still, we're right near an area of resistance for it to come back and bounce down again. So let's take a look here. That area is 93.96 or so. So we'll keep that number in mind on the Australian dollar and look for it to pop up in a quick view at some point and make use of it. Also, we've got the lows down here at the 92.20 area. So we've got to be careful about that. The absolute bottom part that so far in this channel has been 9200. So we're looking at falling below 9200 as a sign of the bottom falling out of this channel. Hopefully not a head fake. Like we had a few head fakes to the upside, but that's because of the uptrend. So um, we'll see whether or not this confirmation is a good confirmation going against this uptrend here. And if we get some movement to the downside, break the 9200, we'll probably work our way back all the way down another 100 pips to the 9106, 05, 07, somewhere around in there, right here. This red line right here. That's where we're looking for it to go to if it breaks underneath there. All right, so again, we've got a little confirmation to a retracement or a downside. Matter of fact, let's throw a quick Fibonacci retracement from this low to this high, see where that's going to land. I think we did this before, but we kind of erased some of them. Here's a 382 retracement around the 9170s, 9180s. And but we're looking at this support level is real close with this 50% retracement too. So that's something. So, but yet, nevertheless, notice that we could get a head fake because this is the bottom of the channel, and then there's the 382 retracement working on that. You might get a reaction a little bit and start bouncing its way all the way back up to the 9280 or back to the 9220s. We'll see. We just keep in mind, these price levels that I'm quoting. You got to be writing this stuff down, okay? Or just use your own chart and start mimicking what I'm doing, and so that way you'll have a record of it. All right, let's take a look at the Euro weekly. It's still in its downtrend. It's kind of stopping or putting on the brakes a little bit for now. It's pausing in this area around the 133.70s. The absolute low reached as low as 133.32. But it's right in this support line. I think some of it is mostly profit taking from the shorts that have taken place because this is the this one you see right here, the 125, negative 125. That's a profit taking level for people who have been shorting between this high and this low with the retracement. You see how we retraced on the 382 profit areas. First profit area would be back at zero, and then there's another major profit taking area here at 125. So that's part of it, along with possibly now, if we can start getting some people letting go of their longs that were coming from this side over here, people being long, we might get a little bit more of a surge to the upside once they start letting those go and people it starts to become a little bit of a buying thing. But I would probably say the best area for a true turnaround in this downtrend would be around the 132.37, 132.40s area, where this 382 retracement is, that's based off of the highs and lows from this move all the way back here in 2012. Okay, that was a long roll of the upside from 2012 all the way until now, and now we're starting to see a little move to the downside on the euro. Real quick, I'll throw in a indicator of the relative strength to see how that's panning out. And as you can see, as a matter of fact, we've done this for a few weeks now. We've looked at this. We've been seeing where the strength is waning on the euro. You notice the highs that you have here, they got a little higher and they got a little higher and they start leveling off. But if you look down here, you'll see that correspondingly the strength is getting weaker. All right, let's move on to the pound. And you know, it's funny. Some people look at these videos and try and follow them, but if they don't understand what's going on and they don't realize the money that's involved here, they get a little tired of it. But you know what? For us market traders and profit takers, we love it. This is great. This is like very exciting stuff here. Yes, indeed. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit and take a look at what we got going on here with the pound. The pound is broken the close. It's the low, or rather, I'm sorry, where the close broke below the trend line. You know what I'm talking about. Yes, you do. All right, so we've got confirmation that there may be a move to the downside now, and we're coming close to that. Remember, we talked a couple weeks ago about that first point of retracement possibly being somewhere around the 25 retracement area, which is here in 165, 16600 or so, 165.98. And of course, we've got the more popular 380, 38, yeah, 382 retracement at 162.78. And the reason why we looked at the 25, the GAN 25 on this particular move was because of the momentum of it was just like a rocket. Not a lot of heavy duty retracement. And again, remember, we're looking at a weekly chart. This began back around the summer of 2013, this move to the upside. It has been a really strong, fast moving uptrend on the pound. And now we've reached a point where it's coming back to retrace. The first point of retracement would be this 25 because of its momentum. Matter of fact, we'll throw a RSI on it like we've done before, but just we have to recap again. See, the momentum did not wane with the highs. It just wake its way up, and as the highs got higher, so did the strength. Until now, we've rolled over this 70 area here, and we're working our way down. Now we're starting to see the lows are getting deeper on the strength. It's falling like right here. This low on the strength. This low has not gotten to past this low, but this low is higher than this low. So that's a signal that things are moving to the down, looking for some support somewhere, such as, like we said, 16600 area at the 25 GAN retracement and the first Fibonacci retracement area down here around this 163.06, 05, 08, or even as low as 162.80ish or so. Notice that we've got the lows here that are playing with that area around here, and then you had the highs before it broke past them, but are playing around in that same area. Okay. All right. The Kiwi. That's the 4-hour chart. I had been breaking this down, as we should, from the weekly. There's the weekly, and now here's the 4 hour. So between every one of these dotted lines, we're looking at a week, and we're seeing how the week played out. And here's how our week played out this week. We looked like we were going to rebound from this area here, and it hit the top, which is, if I put my hash marks in here, you can see the support that was resistance. Support at the beginning of the week was resistance at the end of the week. The new week, that resistance held, and bam, down we went. Rebounded from this support line here at the 164.25, which is again level. And bam, 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 and we just kind of channeled off after that. We've got some buying going on probably from people at that GAN level. So we'll see if we can get past this trend line next week with a close and then a breach to work our way back to the upside. But in the meantime, when you look at it on a weekly chart, you're seeing that you've started some downward movement. But here's the catch. Let me get rid of this 4-hour trend line that's in here. Zoom in a little bit. Here's the catch. This trend line here is a fast running line that it's new, it's fresh. This trend line here, this is the old, more long-term trend line. It's going to react more to this one than this one. Now, for right now, yeah, it's saying, yeah, you close below this trend line and you might see something come back. But see, look back historically, you'll see that at the beginning of this, you had that happen. It broke this low right here, only to just fly back up. Okay. Now this was the week of this was February, the early February. So let's go into a 4-hour chart and look back at early February, so you can get a view. See, because we got to learn how this stuff works here. Let me zoom in a little bit tighter so I can get to it. Early February. There we go. There it is, right here. Started out first day, and then on Tuesday it was like support, support, support. We're gonna go. We're going up, and it's been on an uptrend ever since. Reached some new highs for the year. Well, it not ever since. It kind of broke down, double bottom, had a downtrend there for a couple of weeks, worked its way back, and then we had another downtrend, and now it's coming off of that, bouncing back, and now we're in another downtrend back to that same point. So we're going to see something either break to the upside, or we're going to continue this downtrend, but we have to follow it. Okay, right now the downtrend is still in play on this 4-hour chart, on the weekly chart as well, until we can get to that trend line, the big trend line, this one, this long trend line that started back in 2009. Okay, that's what we want to see how things work from that. That's the one, that's the big daddy on this Kiwi dollar, and we'll see. The Canadian dollar on the weekly chart is showing us that it is on the move. It is not backing down right now. It's got a good strong move to the upside. It's approaching a 618 retracement on anyone who's been short between these highs and lows here. It might react for a moment and give us a chance to retrace, because there's gonna have to be retracement at some point. Uptrends don't just go straight, but we're still strong. Look at the RSI. The RSI was healthy, and looks like a healthy move. It's healthy. So we're in a healthy uptrend right now with the dollar to the CAD. The franc right now is broken above its channel. It got a close above the channel and broke that high, but right now it's bumping into a trend line. Actually, I've moved this trend line to here because originally it was from here and we did not close above it. So that's why I moved it and readjusted it to here. All right. And that gives us a retracement area, although, of 9054, or even as low as this blue areas here inside, just inside, back inside the trend channel around 9,000 area. You could see. And the reason why you want to go that way, because you are in the uptrend, but you've got these reversing candles right now. This is showing hesitation. It's showing that the resistance area of this 9097 is holding, and as well as this trend line that's on the downside, on the long-term downside. In the short term, we're on an uptrend, okay, since April, or well, a little bit after April. Was that? No, that's, yeah, May, beginning of May. So it's a short-term uptrend meeting a long-term downtrend. Uh, we may see the move back to the downside altogether, or we might continue on if we can get a retracement to get some support that's going to be strong enough, like maybe the 89.75 area. That would be nice if within the next week or two we could meet this support at the same time we're meeting the trend line. That would help. That's going to help a little bit. And with the Japanese yen, last week we closed above the trend line, but we could not break that high. And so, oh, and I also drew in see these two little turquoise lines here. These are some resistance areas that I've noticed from here, 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 and then on the flip side, you've got this part that supported it, and then there was a resistance here. It's just a little channel that took place, and we've got a cross between these two trend lines too, where we touched this week and rebounded from it shortly. Let's go into the 4-hour and take a closer look. You can see that that's the area where it did it at the end of the week, where it touched. And you have to remember, we're looking at a short-term move to the downside on this 4-hour chart. We started moving down. As you can see, if you look at, you put a running line up against this move, you'll see that we broke the low, closed below it, and that was the short right there. And it's been short ever since for the rest of the week. Now we have to draw the line against it. And there you are. We're right at it. Okay. Here is a point of resistance, 102.60, 102.59. And it might retrace up to that this week. So guess what we're going to do? That's right. We're going to put that in there. And I'm going to change the color. I want it to show something different from the others. And we'll just make it black for now. Bam. All right. So there's a resistance area that we can be concern ourselves with. I'm also looking at on this 4-hour chart. I'm not going to put the line in right now, but I am looking at this area of 102.39, 102.40 or so, 102.38, right around in here, 102.38. Oh, what the heck? I'll put the line in. Okay. 102.38. All right, so let's see how things work out. That this is considered a channel or a value area that we're seeing here from last week. We're going to use it for this week coming up as a point of resistance. All right, that's it for the week. Looking at all of our pairs that we're consistently trading. And I hope it turns out to be a really good week for you. Keep an eye on your quick view, keep an eye on your levels, and be willing to move with what it's telling you. just follow your analysis and you won't go wrong. I am your Forex University Professor. This is the week ending of August the 8th, 2014.